Welcome to your Saga Oasis. 6 Steps to Overcome Despair. Have you ever experienced days when you felt utterly sad, stuck, and completely hopeless? Sometimes, even though we have strong faith and always try to look at things positively, maintaining an optimistic spirit in all situations is not easy. You may feel like you're sinking deeper into a dark, where every attempt to struggle only pulls you in further. But my friend, sooner or later, we all come to realize that the only way to overcome this despair is to seek liberation and peace within our own souls. But how can we shorten this period of suffering and achieve serenity sooner? Let's explore and share together. There is no perfect answer for how to overcome despair. Depending on one's psychological state, personality, and specific circumstances, each person experiences and reacts to despair differently. There is no universal formula that fits everyone. Meanwhile, suffering is an inevitable part of anyone's life. We all grow through the hardships and challenges life throws our way. Thus, avoiding negative emotions is not the solution. However, through practical experience and psychological research and application, experts have provided some insights that help us gain a clearer understanding when feeling hopeless. Consider the tips in this video as a reference document, a source of inspiration to return to whenever your soul needs comforting. The first thing we can do is to understand and accept our emotions. To gain a deeper insight into our psychological state, when feeling sad, the Kubler-Ross model can be a useful tool. Introduced by psychologist Elizabeth Kubler-Ross in 1969, this model was initially based on observations and interviews with terminally ill patients. It can also be applied to other types of losses, not just illnesses, but also including the loss of loved ones, pets, jobs, breakups, being denied opportunities, or even losses in gambling. The model includes 5 stages of grief that people often go through after receiving bad news. Stage 1 is denial. Upon hearing bad news, people typically refuse to accept the reality, disbelieving that it has happened, considering it a mistake, and hoping for a better outcome. When reality becomes undeniable, the next emotional stage is often anger. People may feel unjustly treated, angry with themselves, others, or even the whole world, and often ask questions like, "Why me? What did I do to deserve this?" After the anger stage, people move into the bargaining phase, trying to find ways to change or delay the undesirable outcome. For example, someone might think, "If only I had a better medication, my illness would be fine." Or, "If my boyfriend wakes up and is no longer in a vegetative state, I will definitely be a better girlfriend." When negotiation with harsh reality fails, people become utterly despairing, often leading to depression. They feel there is no reason to continue trying, with thoughts like, "There's no point in living, everything is hopeless." The final stage is when individuals begin to accept the truth and view the future more objectively. Their mood stabilizes, and they start saying, "Things will be all right. I can't change everything, but I can prepare for the future." These stages do not necessarily occur in sequence or the same way for everyone. According to the model mentioned earlier, when faced with a challenging situation, many people often start by denying or avoiding their feelings. They tell themselves that it's silly to feel upset about the event or reassure themselves that they are fine. These thoughts may temporarily soothe our minds, but they do not address the root of the problem. In the long run, continuously avoiding negative emotions can lead to living in a way that is not true to oneself. Additionally, human nature and societal norms often guide us to judge what emotions are good or bad. However, it is crucial for each person to acknowledge and understand their emotions objectively, without deeming them right or wrong, good or bad. The second thing we can do is focus on our breathing. When feeling anxious and stressed, many people experience symptoms like a tight stomach, cold sweats, rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, and a bitter taste in their mouth. You might also find yourself speaking faster and stuttering more. These signals from your body are telling you that it's time to calm down. An effective way to do this is to start by taking 3 slow and deep breaths. Those who have explored or practiced meditation will understand why it often focuses on breathing. Everything around us is constantly changing, including our moods, but breathing is the one constant that we can control. By focusing on taking slower and deeper breaths, you will find your mind becoming much calmer and more relaxed. Adjusting your breathing can be done anywhere and in any position. So whenever you feel anxious and stressed, remember to return to your breath. The third thing is that, in all circumstances, you should treat everyone around you kindly. According to the law of cause and effect, if we treat others well without expecting anything in return, the universe will naturally reward us with good things. As per the Kubler-Ross model mentioned earlier, during the anger phase, those who are suffering often become irritable and blame others. After the anger subsides, they may regain their composure, but the damage they've done to their loved ones when they were out of control can remain and be hard to mend. Therefore, the more desperate the situation, the more we should strive to treat everyone well. Be clear about the pain you are experiencing, share your problems, and hope for empathy. The fourth thing we can do when dealing with pain and despair is to focus only on the present and what we can control. When faced with challenges, we often ask ourselves endless questions like, why is this happening? What can I do to change the situation? Or, is this my fault? The truth is, we can only influence and control what is within our reach. We also cannot predict the future. What we can do is act in the present. For example, many people worry excessively when applying for jobs, scholarships, or promotions. But too much worry doesn't solve anything, because the final outcome is not entirely in our hands. Instead, what they can do is prepare their applications carefully, equip themselves with the necessary knowledge and skills, and do their best in their current roles to seize opportunities when they arise. Similarly, in the case of tense relationships, whether with a partner, family members, or colleagues, we cannot change how they see us. Therefore, we should remain true to ourselves, live kindly, and show love to everyone. Ultimately, time will reveal which relationships truly matter. The fifth thing we can do when dealing with despair and difficulty is to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. By identifying the worst possible scenario, you will no longer feel surprised or hopeless because you have mentally prepared to face it. On the other hand, maintaining hope for the best outcome can motivate and support your spirit, helping you look forward and continue moving forward, even in the most painful moments. This approach is not only a way to reassure yourself, but also a method to realistically assess the situation The sixth step in dealing with life's challenges and difficulties is to extract valuable lessons from the experiences you have undergone. Everything that happens does so for a reason, and every experience, whether positive or negative, provides us with lessons that help us grow. In tough times, instead of wallowing in negative emotions, try to view your situation objectively and ask yourself, what is life challenging me to learn? And what lesson does the universe want me to draw from this situation? These questions will help you find clarity and maintain your composure in any circumstance. We believe in you and always wish the best for you. The best is yet to come for all of us. It's the end of the video. Thank you for joining us today. And don't miss out on more videos from us by subscribing and turning on the notification bell icon.